Good afternoon. My name is Eric Gailliard, and I am the senior pastor of Redeeming Life Ministries and the Hands of Mercy, which is our 501c3, and we're located in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I'm here today for the first time to share my story, my testimony, if you will, of a phenomenal miracle that has taken place in my life and in the life of my family and our ministry 3 years ago. And as you can see here, I have a sign that is that's standing next to me. Is called, the sign reads "The Field of Dreams." The Field of Dreams, which was the name of this sports facility, or the athletic complex behind me. This miracle is, what you see behind me is just one third of the total miracle. And if time allows, one day I'd like to be able to share the full story with you, but from time to time I'm just going to share small clips, and I'm going to take small segments from various parts of this campus to show you the power of faith, the power of stewardship, the power of faithfulness. So here we are. As I said, The Field of Dreams is one of my favorite movies, all-time favorite movies, with Kevin Costner, and in the movie, he's a young man that has he hears a voice out in this field in Iowa, and it's saying to him, "If you build it, they will come." And of course, he didn't know what that meant. And much like the same with many of us, we may hear God's voice, and God's voice may be giving us divine instruction. And I heard God's voice some years ago give me instructions on a vision that I'm to carry out, and I really didn't understand what that meant and the magnitude of the vision until one day the Holy Spirit guided me and told me to pick up a pencil and paper, and literally had me to write out and draw out a plan, a floor plan, if you will, or site plan of the facility that God has shown me in the vision. And it was nothing short of a miracle just to be able to go and see this place, and actually by faith just draw a place I've never been to before. And the phenomenal thing about it is where I'm sitting on the first part, the first phase of that miracle. So this movie is profound. When we first purchased this place 3 years ago, this sign that you see here was already here. And I always say that God has a sense of humor. He knew exactly how to get my attention. So when I saw this sign, I said, "Okay, Lord, you're trying to tell me something." And so this is one of his fingerprints, or one of his signatures on my life, that indicates to me that I was heading in the right direction. And in this movie, this man, against all odds, Kevin Costner, against all odds, he had to stay focused on his vision. He had to stay focused on what he heard, on what he saw in his spirit. He had to stay focused in the midst of great controversy, in the midst of great challenges, and people talking about him and his family, and the naysayers. He had to stay true to the vision that he saw, and that's what we had to do here. The name of the ministry that God's called me to literally start from our living room of my home is called Redeeming Life Ministries. And we moved in stages, from the embryo stage to the actual birthing of the ministry, to the infancy, and we're still really just coming out of the infancy stages, where God is allowing us to be able to learn how to walk, and we're now getting identity in our ministry. This is a phenomenal miracle. What I'm sitting on now is a phenomenal miracle, and God gets all the glory. It's not about me, but I'm just a willing vessel. I can tell you honestly and truly, it was challenging, because there was times when I wasn't sure if I was hearing clearly from God. There was times when I didn't even look at my wife. I wouldn't even look at my wife, because I didn't want to have her give me one of those "Are you sure you heard from God?" looks. And so there's times when I would have to just hold my head and look straight down. I have to hold my head straight and keep my eyes straight forward and not look at her, because if I looked at the expression on her face, I would have become discouraged, because she meant well. She just didn't see what I saw. And many times as visionaries, our families and our loved ones, they mean well, but they just can't see what you see. So you have to stay focused, and you have to stay true, man and woman of God. You have to stay focused on the vision God's called you to do and the assignment He's called you to do. And I asked God, I said, God, why did you give me this assignment? Years ago, I asked Him this, and His response to me was this: I've given this assignment and this vision to thousands of others, pastors, but many of them fell to the wayside because of their lack of faith, and many of them fell to the wayside because of a lack of commitment to being good stewards of what He's already given them. And so there's two lessons in that for me: was to stay focused, and number two was to be faithful with what He's already given me. And so as we go on in these other segments, I'm going to share with you little bits and pieces of what God has done and how He has moved sovereignly in this place. Again, my name is Eric Gailliard. I'm the bishop and the senior pastor of Redeeming Life Ministries, Redeeming Life Christian Center, and the Hands of Mercy, 648 South Jones Avenue, Rock Hill, South Carolina. God bless you. I love you.